Howdy do everybody, hope you all are having a fantastical day. In this video, which is also the first one I've ever made, we'll be taking a deep dive into my favorite hobby. From the rise of this international sensation to its effects on the human body, we'll cover it all. This is sure to impress your anatomy teacher, science teacher, and mom. Now sit back, subscribe, get out your notes, and let's get smoking. First off, a little forward here. What is nicotine? Nicotine is a substance found in the tobacco plant. Tobacco is found in cigarettes, pipes, cigars, and your grandma. Nicotine is extremely addictive, leading to people being hooked on things that contain it, which is, you guessed it, vapes. It is also possible for labs to produce nicotine artificially. Ask your biology teacher about making some next time. Effects. Nicotine makes you feel good. It makes you feel relaxed and calm, while also slowly poisoning you. Like all great stories, it all began with the death of an old man who was hooked on cigarettes. This man was a heavy smoker and sadly died of lung cancer as a result. The man's son, 52-year-old pharmacist Hon Leek, was greatly grieved at the death of his father and later went on to develop the first ever electronic cigarette in 2003. Leek proceeded to introduce his invention to the company he worked for, Golden Dragon Holdings. The company then began producing them and later dubbed the device Ruyan, which means like smoke. 3 years later, in April of 2006, vapes are introduced to Europe and then 4 months later into the United States. I'm sure that's going to end well. The year is 2008. The world is vibing, when suddenly, BAM! The Turkey Health Administration realizes that vapes are just as harmful as regular cigarettes. It somehow took them 2 years to figure that one out. The cause of the deadliness is the large amount of harmful nicotine contained inside the device. Furthermore, there are over 4,800 harmful chemicals inside just one vape. Buddy, when you vape one time, you're inhaling 4,800 chemicals into you. Harmful ones. So just think about that next time your friend offers you one. Yeah. The World Health Organization, WHO, comes out with their findings, saying that the electronic cigarette is not a safe alternative to smoking, as many were led to believe. WHO demands that all vape companies remove any labels and things that might suggest that the WHO said they were safe to use. Then, 1 month later, in October, the company who started it all, Ruyan, does a detailed analysis of vaping. They discovered that the dangerous stuff in vapes are actually just below harmful levels. That makes it okay. Also saying that vapes are actually less harmful than the average cigarette. The fight between the World Health Administration, Food and Drug Administration, FDA, and Ruyan goes on for a long time. Different countries are banning the vape products. More studies are being done to see if it's harmful. For the most part, the reason for all the bans was how massively addictive nicotine is. In June of 2009, President Barack Obama enacts the Family Smoking Prevention and Tobacco Control Act, which basically lets the FDA have control over the vape market. Vapes and cigarettes can't be fully banned for a bunch of reasons, so the FDA puts a ban on different flavoring in vapes, because they can do that for some reason. All new vapes are now required to meet the FDA standards. Other things about vaping. In September of 2009, California tries to put a ban on vapes. However, Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger vetoes it, saying that if someone wants to potentially give themselves lung cancer, knowing the risks, they can go ahead and do that. Amazon.com puts a ban on the selling of vapes. The first ever Vape Fest is held in the UK in 2010. In 2016, a movie called A Billion Lives premieres, showing the rise of vape and how it's taken more than 1 billion lives worldwide. Common thoughts about vaping. A commonly held thought about vapes is that it's a healthier alternative to cigarettes. Countering that is many people saying that just because it's healthier doesn't make it healthy. Vapes being a big health risk, just like cigarettes. Something I actually heard from my own personal doctor once is that sometimes when he has a patient who needs to quit smoking, he gets them to vape, which is less harmful. Don't ask me why you told me that. However, vaping is still extremely addictive, so it really depends on the person's willingness to just quit smoking in the first place. The vape war continues. Countries banning, unbanning, doing studies, passing laws, etc. In April of 2017, the United States Navy puts a ban on vaping devices in the fleet because of concerns that one of them might explode because they're battery powered. Then in August, the FDA begins the world's first ever anti-vape campaign targeted at youth. The Real Cost organization puts out ads, gives speeches, and does everything they can to not have kids and teens vape or smoke in the first place. If you have the free version of Spotify that has ads, then you might have heard one of these ads before. You know those silly little things that are like, oh, this is the sound of the car ride home with dad after he caught you vaping. Awkward, isn't it? No, the real cost. You know, those weird things. Man, I got those so much. Did anybody else get those, or is that just me? Present day. Vaping is still incredibly popular, with many new products being introduced. The FDA and health organizations still work in their attempts to stop people from getting hooked on it. Remember, if anyone ever offers you a vape or cigarette, just say no. Main point, vaping is healthier than cigarettes. Does that mean it's healthy? Absolutely not. Don't vape. Smoke you later. Well, if you enjoyed that amazing video, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to make so many more incredible videos about drugs and their histories and so much cool stuff. Bye.